What is going on, guys? Josh Love Talk here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today's video, I want to share with you guys some tips that will help you date better. By dating better, I mean you're happier when you're dating, you increase your chances of finding the right person, and you can date without stress as best as possible. So that's what I'll be doing in this video, giving you tips on how to date better. Before I get into it, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you know when I post my videos. The first tip is that when you're dating, set your expectations from the start. When you're dating, don't leave it to 5 months before you start saying what you want out of the relationship. As soon as you meet somebody, in the first few conversations, let it be known what you expect. I'm looking for something serious. I'm looking for a relationship in the hope to be married in 3 years' time. I'm looking to mess about. I'm looking to just have a good time. Whatever your expectations are, set your expectations from the start. What that would do is that it makes sure that both of you are on the same page. If they don't want the same thing as you, chances are they will ghost you and leave you. And that's fine because you've only known them for a few weeks. So if they leave at this point, that is fine. What you don't want is you've been invested for like 5-6 months and then you tell them what you want. It turns out both of you do not want the same thing. That will just lead to disappointment and dating becomes stressful. So set your expectations from the start. The second tip is be ready to take risks. See, when it comes to dating, I know some of you want to have it all figured out. And I understand it because you've probably experienced situations where you've been hurt, you've experienced situations where you've been disappointed. So you're more careful, you're more cautious this time. But the thing is, with relationships, it's a risk. There are no guarantees. Nothing guarantees that the person you like is going to be the person you end up with forever. There's no guarantee that because both of you like each other, it's going to end up being something serious. There are no guarantees. You just have to take a chance. You have to take risks. That's what dating is about. And also, if you are the type that's saying, I don't meet people online, I don't go on dates, I don't like doing this, I don't like doing this. These are things you have to do when you're dating because how else are you going to meet somebody? I mean, if you have another way of meeting people, then that's fine. But don't expect that you're going to sit in your house and the person of your dreams is going to drop on your lap. That does not happen. You have to go out there and meet people. And sometimes it will lead to disappointment. There are no guarantees in this game. There are no guarantees. And you have to be prepared for that. This is why I said when you're giving, give based on commitment. That way you're not giving too much too soon. And when you're going to give, just understand that you might not get the same thing in return. That is all just part of dating. The third tip when it comes to dating is to focus on the things you can control. Some of you are getting too bogged down with the way other person is acting. You cannot control how somebody else chooses to behave. The only thing you can control is within you, what you accept, what you tolerate, what you entertain. That's the thing you can control. If you're focused and fixated on what other people are doing, how that person is acting, they said they would do this, they didn't end up doing it, they lie or they act in a certain way. If you're fixated on that, you would be angry with people and it's going to make dating even more difficult. Focus on the things you can control. And part of that is managing your expectations. Don't think because somebody tells you when you first met that, you know what, they like you, then you translate that to me, or they want to spend the rest of their life with you and you have all this crazy expectations as to what's going to happen. That's not how it works. Give based on commitment. If you are talking, that is the level you are. If you're going on dates, that's the level you are. Just take things for what it is. Don't overestimate your position in people's lives. And that way you don't get too disappointed. Tip number 4 is be yourself. When you're dating, don't be the person you think they're going to like. Be who you are. Let them like you and choose you for you. If you're pretending to be somebody else, you're doing yourself a disservice. Let people choose you for you. When you do that, you don't have to act. Acting is draining. When you're trying to be somebody else, that is draining. Just be who you are. Let them accept you for you, and you're more likely going to have something that's fruitful and long term. When you try to be somebody else, eventually you're going to get found out. And it's also just difficult keeping up appearances anyways. So be yourself and let them accept you for you. If they don't like you for you or they cannot accept you for who you are, then they probably do not deserve you. Do not date anyone that is trying to change you. That is a red flag. The person that wants to be with you would accept you as you are and will let you evolve in your own time. And the last tip is pay attention to what you can give. These days, when it comes to dating, people are so focused on what they can get. People rarely talk about what they can give. When you start thinking about what you can give, it makes you think deeper about the type of person you want. Because it's all well and good saying, I want somebody with great credit, or someone that's got a house, someone that's got a car, someone that has this great life going. And then the question is, what do you have to offer that person? Okay, so always think from the perspective of what do I have to give? And when you do that, it means you understand your own value, you understand what you're worth. When you understand what you're worth, it's difficult to settle for something that's less. When you know what you're worth, it's difficult for somebody to give you less than you deserve. One of the reasons people keep getting in these toxic situations where they're being treated less than they deserve is because they are so fixated on what they want. Okay, at least what it looks like, that they don't think about themselves. They don't think about their own value and their own worth. So once you start thinking from the perspective of what you're able to give, it helps you understand the value that you have. And with that value, you know the right situations to be in. These are just few tips that can help you date better, date more successful, and increase your chance when it comes to dating. Hopefully this helps somebody. As always, don't forget to subscribe and share and like, comment. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.